September 2025, NVIDIA announces that it will invest up to $100 billion in OpenAI to help the AI startup fund a data center build-out of at least 10 gigawatts. Enough energy to power New York City. Only a few weeks later, OpenAI and AMD announce a strange computing deal. AMD is going to provide OpenAI with warrants to purchase up to 160 million AMD shares. That's nearly 10% of the company at a 1 cent per share. In exchange, OpenAI is committed to purchase 6 gigawatts of AMD GPUs, which represents about $90 billion in spend. But here's the thing, $160 million of AMD shares, and you can look this up, are worth nearly $40 billion. At $90 billion of revenue and 20% of margins, AMD is getting $18 billion of EBITDA back, but at a cost of $40 billion in stock? Less than 1 week later, they announced another deal, but this time it was with Broadcom. OpenAI and Broadcom are going to work together to develop and deploy 10 gigawatts of custom AI chips over the next 4 years. And you know what the estimated deal value is? $350 billion. But here's the thing, there are more deals than just this. A deal with Oracle, $300 billion, Microsoft, $250 billion, Amazon, $38 billion, CoreWeave, $22.4 billion. All in all, OpenAI has committed to $1.15 trillion of infrastructure over the next 5 years, prompting this viral clip.
How can a company with $13 billion in revenues make $1.4 trillion of spend commitments?
First of all, we're doing well more revenue than that. Second of all, Brad, if you want to sell your shares, I'll find you a buyer.
But this is just the tip of the iceberg. What if we were to include venture investments, like those with Ambiance, Harvey, and Anisphere? But these venture investments were made so that these companies could actually use the money to spend more with OpenAI. Here's how it works. OpenAI invests in startups, the startups use that money to spend with OpenAI. Based on all of this, you'd think that OpenAI is a $1 trillion company, right? Well, obviously no. According to Sam Altman, OpenAI will have an annualized run rate revenue of $20 billion by December 2025. Okay, I want you to do the math here. $20 billion in revenue, yet they have $1.1 trillion in spend commitments. Yeah, that makes sense. So how will OpenAI pay for all of this? More importantly, is OpenAI too big to fail? Okay, so to get a better sense of $1.1 trillion, we need better perspective. Annually,